If you're going for the Rockefeller tree effect in your living room, you've come to the right place. I'm Sarah, and today I'll be showing you 3 tips to decorate your Christmas tree like a pro. So let's snap right to it. Tip number 1, light your tree in thirds. Instead of wrapping lights around the tree maypole style, I want you to think about mentally dividing your tree into 3 triangular sections. Working from the bottom to top, zigzag your lights within the first third of your tree before moving on to the second section, and then finally the third section, which would be on the back side of the tree in this image. Working in thirds makes this job go a lot faster as you're not taking laps around your tree with a tail of tangled lights. You'll notice how I'm placing the lights from the trunk to the tip of the branch, which leads me right into tip number 2. Use what I call the ribbon candy lighting technique. Just as the old-fashioned ribbon candy weaves back and forth, I like to think of that visual as I'm lighting the branches. I've dissected the lower branches of my tree here to give you a close-up. For each branch, I start in the back, near the trunk, then weave the cord through the greens to the tip of the branch, then weave back down the other side until eventually I'm back at the trunk where I started. This acts as my transition point to the next branch. While this technique takes a little more time, it gives such beautiful dimension that I think it's well worth the effort. And yes, I am wearing gardening gloves to light an artificial tree. I find the branches can still really irritate my hands after a while, so these thin gardening gloves make the job a lot more enjoyable for me. So I'll continue to use my ribbon candy technique, working up the first third of the tree. As I get toward the top and have to pull up my stepladder, you'll see how convenient it is sticking to one side of the tree at a time, as to not continually be moving my ladder about. After finishing the first third, I'll move on to the second and third sides until the tree is completely lit. My final tip is my favorite one. Add an accent light. Find a complementary strand that is a different size, has a subtle twinkle or pattern to it, or maybe a unique shape. For my accent light, I'm using a strand I found at home. It's a teardrop shape and has a really pretty twinkle. For the accent lighting, I do tend to stick more to the maypole style of placement because when it comes to accent lighting, a little goes a long way. All right, let's turn down the lights. Looking great. This tree is ready for its trimmings. Do you have any favorite Christmas tree tips or hacks? Drop a comment below. Would love to hear from you. In my next video, I'll cover 5 gadgets and gizmos every tree decorator needs. Be sure to like and subscribe. You won't want to miss out.